YouTube, what's going on? This preacher. So I'm sitting here at this McDonald's distribution center. My little load that I've been doing on the weekend until I catch back up and achieve some stuff. This will be my fifth load of the week, but they pay pretty good. So I've been picking up these extra loads on the weekends, so I just really do a 34-hour reset, and pretty much. But then I run local Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. If I run, I'm only going to run 2 of those days. For instance, I picked up a water load on Friday that delivers the same day, and then took Saturday off, and now here it is on Sunday morning, and I'm doing a load. But by me doing that, it puts me up to 8,200 for the week, and I'm still home, 5 nights a week. But then I have like the whole day Saturday off, or vice versa. If I don't do a Sunday run, I do a Saturday run, so I can take Sunday off. Like last week I took Sunday Easter off, and I made 8,100 last week, and this week I made 8,200 for the week. Well, I'm sitting here, I'm looking at the truck paper, right? So, the little truck paper, right? So I'm sitting here and just looking at the stuff, and I'm just like, really? You gonna put where it at? Let's see. Right there. Right here. It says both deleted. Advertising. Advertising on this here thing that the thing is deleted. Why would you advertise that this thing is deleted, man? That just, to me, that's crazy. And then it basically got 1 million miles on it, right? It got 940,000 miles on it. It's a 2011 KW T800 with a Cummins 15 horsepower, 13 speed. And they got it for sale for $45,000. I'm like, really? Are you really buying 1 million mile trucks for $45,000? Listen, if I'm going to spend $45,000 on a 1 million mile truck, I might as well go out and get me a truck, a 1 million mile truck for $18,000, $16,000, $17,000, and rebuild the engine myself, because you can rebuild that engine for another $20,000, right? So if you spend $16,000, $17,000, and then you go ahead and rebuild that engine on that truck, top to bottom, for $20,000, you still save $7,000, probably more than that, because they're gonna add on taxes and stuff on top of that, and then you got a fully rebuilt engine and you ready to go, and then you have a warranty on that rebuilt engine as well. So why would I want to go out and spend $45,000 on a truck that's already up to 1 million miles? You don't know nothing with this engine at all. You go get it, and now you have to wind up rebuilding the engine. I mean, I'm just looking at this in truck paper, and then they got like a 2017. Then for the 2017, they got 630,000 miles on it, and then they want $92,000. Why? Why would I go out and do that? And then I'm hearing from other people how these banks now don't even want to give you the money for all this uptick. How they didn't raise the prices on all these old trucks and stuff, and the bank's like, man, the truck is not worth that. I can't go and give this person $90-something thousand or $60,000 for a vehicle that's only worth $35,000. And then when this market and these rates and these fuel prices is causing people now to think second. I'm just gonna wait for some of the suckers who went out and bought these high expensive trucks when the market and everything was high, not doing no research, don't know nothing, you just know how to drive a truck. And some of the people don't even know how to drive a truck. They're just buying trucks just to put the truck out there, and they're gonna find themselves a driver and everything like that. Instead of being like, hey, okay, I understand that the market is high now, but I also understand because I did all my research and I followed stuff from 3 years up until now. When you do research, don't look at the last couple months or what the rates are going right now. Go back 3 years. Go back before the COVID. Go back when everything was at a steady rate. Go back then. Don't go back 2 years, because you go back 2 years, you had COVID, right? Then after COVID, you have all these people need to fill up everything. Now the stuff is getting filled up. Now prices starting to level out. But at the same time, you got fuel and stuff because of the wars and because of Biden with the pipeline and all this other kind of crazy stuff. That's a whole nother issue. But you can't look at those particular rates. You got to look at when rates were steady. When rates were steady, you got to go back when they was fighting because TQL wasn't charging that much for their loads and all this other particular stuff and paying that much. You got to go back then. You got to go back to where truckers was getting stuff for like $2.25, $2.30, $2.40, between $2 to $3 a mile for the load. That's how you got to go back. I'll save y'all some time. Okay, I'll save you some time. Your regular rates for regular people. I ain't talking about people who've been out here for 15 years, 8 years, 9 years. If you getting out inside this game and you barely know the business, right? The average rate you would get for loads is between $2 and $3. There you go. Somewhere between there you're gonna be getting. Okay, that's your average. So everything that you see these truckers getting stuff that's over $3 a mile, that's not the average. That's them. Just because you see one or two people do that don't mean it's millions of trucks out here. It's millions of owner operators out here. And y'all look at 2 or 3 people or 4 or 5 people on YouTube and think that, okay, you gonna get out here and get loads for $5 a mile, $6 a mile, $7 a mile. No, your average rate gonna be in between $2 and $3. Period. I save y'all some research, okay? Save you some research. How much you should pay for a truck? To pay for a decent truck, if you want a decent truck, all right, decent. I'm just saying decent. I ain't talking about stylish. I ain't talking about all this. I'm just a decent truck. All right, you're looking at anywhere between $38,000 and $55,000 you should be paying for that truck. That's just a decent truck. That's it. I'm gonna say y'all some research because y'all always asking, well, how much should I pay for a truck? Okay, how much you need for a truck? Whatever truck that you get, research that engine, research that transmission. However much that engine costs to rebuild and that transmission costs to get another transmission, that's how much money you should have on hand after you purchase the truck. So to get that engine rebuilt, if that's $20,000 and get another transmission, it's $55,000. Well, there you go. You know you need $26,000 on hand after you purchase the truck. I'm gonna save y'all some research, okay? I'm gonna save y'all some research. That way you don't get inside of that stuff to where that your engine go, you got enough money for the engine. Let me tell you why. I got a friend, right? He just got his engine rebuilt. Top to bottom. And I told him, I said, listen, even though you're gonna rebuild that engine, you getting an old truck. He got a 2014. I told him your transmission wears with your engine. It wears with that. So as soon as you rebuild your engine, and then he turned his engine up to 500 after the rebuild. I said, okay, your transmission, if you don't do something to that transmission, your transmission gonna wind up going. Why? Because you got a totally brand new engine on the inside, pushing 500 horsepower, and you still got that 2014 transmission up. That engine gonna be too powerful for that transmission, and you're gonna have more torque than what that transmission has been getting used to. So you better save up some money to either rebuild that transmission or do some work to it to make sure it's gonna work with it. He had that engine for 1 week. 1 week now, his transmission just went out yesterday. Now you need another transmission. $20,000 for that engine, rebuild. Now he's like, he only got a couple $1,000s left. Now he's looking like, well, he needs some more money for his transmission. and then the tow bill was $1,000 to get it to the shop. On top of that, and now he need a transmission. So that's why I say when you go out and you get one of these here trucks, how much money you should have on hand? That's how much money you should have on hand. I don't care what year your truck is. I don't care. You can get a 2010. If you want to do the bare minimum stuff to get out on that road, listen, you need to have enough money to rebuild that transmission and to rebuild that engine. That's how much money you should have on hand after you get your truck. Now you get an older truck, like I'm going to do. I'm going to get myself an older truck. Why? Because I want a pre-emission truck. That's why. I don't want to have to deal with no DEF, none of that kind of stuff. Okay, so I'm looking to get a truck like a 2000, 98, 99, something like that. I probably could do like a 2004, 2005, something like that. I could do that, but I'm gonna get the truck. I can care less what's going on with that engine. I really can. Long as that truck is good, it's solid bones and everything. Long as everything is good with that. Because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get the truck and I'm just gonna go ahead and do a rebuild on that engine. Automatic. That's the first thing I'm gonna do. Redo that engine. And after I redo that engine, I'm gonna get some transmission work, get that transmission looked at, go have them drop it, look at it, put all new lines and stuff all on the transmission, put all new air fittings and everything all on it. I'm gonna have them look at my differentials, go over the differentials. I'm gonna go ahead and have them redo all that stuff, or do a full maintenance on it. Have them drop it, make them look at it, make sure everything is nice and tight and ready to go before I put it on the road. But that's just me. That's just me though. But I'm planning on getting the truck for about, I don't know, between 15 and 20, and then putting in another $25,000 to $30,000 on top of that. I'd rather do that than go out and pay $50-something thousand for a vehicle that's old or even new, and then you still get it, and then 6 months later, 7 months later, you got to put that kind of money in it. He got that truck from American Carrier too. Okay, he got that truck from American Carrier with a full maintenance program, the whole 9 yards. He got that truck less than a year, and then he already had work done on that transmission. He already had to redo his engine, and now he needs a whole new transmission since he got that truck. And yes, that particular American Carrier, I ain't gonna put him out there, but that particular American Carrier has a good maintenance program. But like all American Carriers do, they're not gonna do no major work on their truck. They just gonna do regular maintenance on it. They may change your air conditioner compressor. They'll do oil changes. They'll do a little service, but they ain't finna open up that engine and do no engine work. Just like they're not finna drop that transmission to transmission work. They're not finna do that. If it's not regular oil changes, services, fixing some air leaks, and little hoses and little stuff, they may change an alternator or something like that. Yeah, they'll probably do something little like that, but they're not gonna do nothing major. All right, so I got the truck paper for this because I'm looking for a drive-in. Is why I got it. Like, they got this one out here on the edge, right here. That one right there. Like, that one is for $12,000. It's a 2010 one. So I'm looking for stuff like that. It's a utility 2010 53 footer, and they got it for $12,000. So that's why I got the truck paper. So I can look at these here drive-ins and stuff, because they got some good ones now. They got some good ones within reasonable prices. I can pay $12,000 for a 2010. I can do that. You know, I can pay. I can pay that. You know, but if I could find one cheaper than that, good. Okay, but that's why I got the truck paper. But you looking through it, you seeing these costs of these trucks, and you just like, come on, man. Really? Like, come on, man. No, I'm not fit to do it, man. It don't make no difference. 2016s in here for $75,000, $78,000. No, when a year ago this time they was $45,000 for the same ones. And no, that's just crazy, man. That just really crazy. They actually got some pretty good, man. They got some reefers in here as well. It's got 2012s, 2013 reefer units in here for $18,000. I wish they showed the pictures of the inside of it and let you know how they look. But yeah, man, so pick y'all up a truck paper when y'all looking for certain things. You know, I mean, I ain't looking for no truck through it. I can tell you that right now. Nope. Because everybody is competing with everybody, and everybody got their prices jacked up, and they just competing with everybody else jacked up price. No, I'm not going to do that. When I get my truck, I'm going back on Facebook Marketplace. I had a good time with Facebook Marketplace. They haven't let me down. But all right, y'all. I'll holler at y'all later.